Tech booth. Yeah, we probably are. I don't know, though. Yeah, do we stream? Yeah. That's countdown music. Look behind you.
Or
up.
Yeah.
I don't know. Oh, right there. There's one of the twins.
John, there's a screen there.
Recovery doesn't start tomorrow.
Calling all angels.
Recovery starts right now. And here to help is Rated R for Recovery.
Calling all you angels.
Welcome, everybody, to another episode of Rated R for Recovery, ratedrforrecovery.com, and that's Rated R, the number 4, Recovery. You can, the number 4, yes. Yeah, I'm an addict alcoholic. My name's John.
Hey, John.
And my co-host?
I'm an alcoholic. My name is Joy.
Hi, Joy. So welcome to the show. If you've never been here before, Rated R for Recovery is a recovery-based, faith-driven program bringing hope, healing, and restoration to individuals and families impacted by addiction. Through interviews, sharing information, and entertainment, we strive to be a catalyst for change for all who wish to recover. We are brought to you in part from this point on by a group called Kimmy's Recovery Zone. In fact, our whole show today is dedicated to Kimmy's Recovery Zone. Also, we'd like to thank our other sponsors, JCI Solutions, painting contractors, both outside and inside. That would be commercial and residential. That would be Michael. You can reach him at 239-672-2673. We'd also like to thank Shamrock Bail Bonds, because believe me, if you lived a life like I have, the bail bonds comes up every once in a while. And that is Shamrock Bail Bonds, located on Broadway in downtown Fort Myers. In fact, next week, Joy, Brendan will be on the show from Shamrock Bail Bonds, explaining what they do and how to get bailed out of jail if you get in trouble.
Oh, that'll be great.
Yes. So, ladies and gentlemen, a special version of Rated R for Recovery today. These two people up here have been friends of mine for going on some years now. And let's have a nice round of applause for Al and Heidi, Kimmy's Recovery Zone. All right, so Al, can we start with you and tell us how Kimmy's was formed? Tell us the creation from the beginning.
Sure. Well, nice to see everybody here tonight. Thank you for being here to listen to our story about recovery. I am in recovery also, so I have a little backtrack of my story, but tonight we'll probably just start with Kimmy, and Kimmy was my daughter. And as you know, we have Kimmy's Recovery Zone, and it was founded in 2017, but we actually been working on it since Kimmy passed away, which was 9 years ago this year.
How did Kimmy pass?
Kimmy passed from an overdose of heroin and fentanyl.
I see. Okay, I'm going to move this just a bit for you. There we go. And that was in 2017, you said, correct?
Yeah.
All right. And then it was on your heart to do something.
Right, exactly. I think Kimmy actually had a 20-year mental health and substance use disorder. And in that 20 years, we searched out and tried to find different ways of dealing with their mental health and substance use disorder. And at first, we were just treating the addiction because that's what we were told it was, until later on when we found out it was a mental health connected to that. And in a lot of cases, that's where it starts. It starts with mental health. And then all of a sudden we start using and starting saying, whoa, I feel so much better. I just had a beer or a cigarette or whatever, wherever you started. I happened to start at 8 years old drinking beer and smoking cigarettes. And that made me feel better as a young boy in the neighborhood. But Kimmy So Kimmy had these problems going on for quite a few years, and as we searched through that, we also some underlying effects to the fact that she had the mental health and substance use disorder, and one of them was that as a very young girl in our neighborhood, somebody violated her privacy, and certainly ours, and that happened at a very young age, and we found out about 15 years old. So I think a lot of us as parents or friends or just ourselves, when we're trying to find out, what makes us do the things that we do with using drugs or drinking alcohol or eating food, whatever it might be, we try to find out. And our journey was 20 years before we really captured the whole essence of what was going on with my daughter. And she went to probably 10 rehab centers over in Palm Beach, and they called it the Delray Shuffle.
Do you think the amount of rehabs were more so that you and your wife wanted it more than she had wanted it? How would you describe that?
I think you're right. I think that now that I look back on it, we wanted it thinking that was the cure, because after 30 days and she would come home and relapse, I would really get upset. And she, after a few relapses, finally we had family counseling, and they told us that relapse was part of getting better, basically. And then after that, we looked at it a whole lot differently.
Joy, you can speak to the fact that, relapse happens often in recovery. It doesn't have to be part of recovery. For instance, I don't believe you've relapsed since your sobriety date, have you?
Since my second sobriety date.
Okay, well, never mind that then.
I went to treatment in 1986, and I kind of stayed sober for about a year and a half, kind of. And then I met a guy in a bar, and
Of course you did.
came into AA behind him in 96.
Very good. Al, describe the helplessness, the powerlessness of trying to get your child. But the helplessness I probably can't even identify with when your own child is suffering and you can't do anything about it.
Yeah, I mean, I think not everybody experiences it with a child, but a lot of us have, certainly. And we were children too. We had our own experience growing up. And I certainly had a lot of issues. But as a parent, you do find out that you are helpless. I really did not find out, although my whole life has been wrapped around, alcohol, drinking, people that were friends of mine and myself. I never had no clue how we operated under that and what a parent would do. I was in panic mode all the time. For 20 years, we tried everything with her, and we kept failing. And we thought she was failing, and she really wasn't. She wasn't getting the right treatment. When we went over to Palm Beach, and they called it the Delray Shuffle, they closed all those places and fined them, and they were taking our kids in there mostly at that time. And it cost a lot of money if you had to pay out of pocket, or if you had insurance. It was $30,000 a month.
Good
so
Lord.
There was a lot of people making a lot of money on the backs of our kids, or our moms, or our dads.
So come the time where your daughter passes away due to a drug overdose, you go on a mission now. Mm-hmm. Describe this mission that you're on.
Well, I think we hear it all the time. I think when somebody that we love so much, my daughter and I had a love that was undescribable, because we talked every day, no matter how sick she was, and how sick I was too. I wasn't as well as I thought I was. And my daughter and I contacted each other every day. And when Kimmy passed, the night that she passed, I talked to her at 1:30 in the morning, and I knew that something was up. And I called her on the phone, and I said, "Are you okay?" And she said, "Yeah, Daddy, I'm fine." Mm-hmm. And she was getting this tattoo that I'm showing you right now. That night before she was to come home, I got a call 9 o'clock in the morning that she had overdosed.
Yeah.
And I think that branded me. It gave me a purpose. I loved her so much when she was here on earth. She's still with me. I love her more today because she gave me a purpose. And that purpose is to try to make sure we shine a light on what's going on with mental health and substance use disorder. It's every day that I drink the glass of hope, I call it. You know, drink the glass of hope. I hope and pray that each and every one of us walk into the light someday. If we haven't already done it, I've done it. And if it wasn't for Kim showing me the way, it took 20 years for me to really see it, and show me the way, and to really understand that we can recover, or for recovery, we can recover. It takes a lot of heart, a lot of soul, and a lot of support. That's why we're here tonight. We need each other. I need you all. It helps me. I really don't want to describe who I would be if I didn't have the support of all the people that supported me through my addiction and through the death of my daughter.
So tell us about Kimmy's Recovery Zone. When did you start it?
Okay, well, when Kimmy passed in 2015, I was already chairman for Kids with Cancer at the Children's Hospital, so I knew a little bit about raising money and going out and have a cause. The father that I worked with, my mentor, was Frank Haskell, and his daughter died from breast cancer. So there's where God steps into the picture, because when I met him, he told me the story of his daughter, and I just said, Frank, I'm going to follow you. I'm going to be one of your apostles. And I was for 25 years for Barbara's Friends, Kids with Cancer. And we raised money. Another big issue. You know, we have so many issues in our communities that we want to get behind, and that was one of them. And that taught me, you know, that in order to get people behind us, we have to start something that's bigger than I am or bigger than this whole community is, and that's mental health and substance use disorder. I think across the nation, we want to say number one is the homeless, what's going on with homeless, but really mental health and substance use, it's a war right now. We need help, and we're not getting it where we should be getting it. Our policymakers have to realize that we need their help. And finally, we're getting that. Lee County is probably the best community that I've ever worked with. They are right behind us, trying to help us. Now, do they have all the answers? No. Are we impatient? Yeah. To say it easy, but we are impatient. But I think that you have the leadership here that really cares and is trying to help. I know in my case, and with Kimmy's Recovery Zone, we've got so much support. It's unbelievable. And a lot of that support, not only from the people sitting here tonight, but the support from the community has been really, really great.
Yes, Kimmy's Recovery Zone has so many. It's like an umbrella with so many things that it's attached to, that it's in the community. But let's get back to when it started, okay. and tell us how it started, and then we'll go from there.
Okay, it started when Kimmy passed away. I mean, I would say almost instantly, within a few weeks, it started to, you know, cook in my brain and my body, and you know, the purpose for that was to help other people. Kim was gone, and what else could I do? Well, I want to, and it's said by a lot of us, parents, brothers and sisters, I don't want to see another parent or brother and sister feel the pain, and the pain is intense. It's 9 years now, and I don't think a day goes by that I don't have a really soft moment. So it's going to be with me forever. But like I said, helping people, if you really want to do something to make yourself feel better, help somebody else. So when we started Kimmy's Zone, I had some backing, some great backing, and that was with, there was somebody out there in the audience, I think he's standing there, he's got sunglasses on, Lance is one of them. And then, of course, the Rock is sitting next to me, is Heidi. And
Good time to introduce Heidi Webb, ladies and gentlemen, the CEO of Kimmy's Recovery Zone. All right, so bring us up to speed with what I'm going to go to Heidi real quick.
Yeah.
Heidi, what is the vision? What does Kimmy's do? Tell us, for people that have never heard of Kimmy's Recovery Zone, what is Kimmy's Recovery Zone?
Okay.
perfect.
So Kimmy's Recovery Zone is a recovery community organization. Basically, we're a community center of people with lived experience. It's non-clinical. So we're people, I'm a person in long-term recovery. I have 23 years in recovery. And so we just want to turn around and help the next person. Our job is to raise awareness, to educate, reduce stigma. Al talked about changing policies. We advocate for each other, out there in the community. And so we've built some programs at Kimmy's Recovery Zone, and we have peer specialists. We have a veteran peer specialist.
What is a peer specialist?
So it's a recovery peer specialist that helps the next person. There are people with lived experience that are trained to be able to help the next person, to build recovery capital, meaning like, you could call us. We have a hotline number. It's 844-KRZ-PEER, which is 579-7337. So you could call us, or you could come to the building. We're there Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 4:30 every day, Monday through Friday.
Where is that?
So it's located at 507 Center Road in Fort Myers. We're in the old Page Park Community Center.
Website?
So the website is www.kimmysrecoveryzone.org.
Very good. Okay, go ahead, keep going. I'm just going to stop you, cut you in. So listen, once again, just real quickly, as per the FCC, where you are listening to Rated R for Recovery, ratedrforrecovery.com. Our guests are Kimmy's Recovery Zone. Heidi and Al are sitting up here with us explaining the conception and what they do for the community now. So go ahead, Heidi.
Okay, thank you. So we do Narcan distribution. There is a meeting space there. There's what we call mutual aid support groups that meet there, maybe 12-step fellowships, different types of meetings take place there. We, like I said, offer peer support. We also have a food pantry that is bi-weekly on Mondays. We also offer family support, and we are a referral resource hub. So what we do is we link people into services. We provide that connection for wraparound services, whether it's detox, long-term treatment, housing, like I said, food, different types of wellness programs. We have what we call iThrive, which helps people to talk honestly and openly about where they're at today and what their needs are, and it helps, there's other people in there with experience, lived experience, and there's different questions that are asked, and it helps to sustain long-term recovery. So just trying to find what the needs are and how we can build recovery capital, which are those things that we talked about, with whatever they need. It's not like, John asked Al the question about he and his wife Debbie, is it that they wanted Kimmy in this treatment center, Did you, or did Kimmy want to be in this treatment center? So it's the same for me or for any of us, it's, what do we want, right? What do we want? What are we willing to do? And sometimes we think like, we talk about unhoused, right? And we think they should be housed, but maybe they don't want to
Exactly.
be. And maybe what they want is somebody to talk to, maybe they need some food, maybe they need some direction of, where to go and get some services. So it is just listening to somebody, finding what the needs are that they have, and guiding them in that direction, and being a voice for them if needed, and just being available for that person.
Very good. So, Al, did you want to say something? Did you?
Oh, no, I think Heidi's spot on with everything that she said right there. I mean, it's really a terrific operation that we have there. Heidi's being the Chief Operating Officer, which is Chief Executive Officer, which is a blessing to the community.
Steers the ship, so to speak.
Yeah.
Very good.
But the deal is what Heidi says is so true. It was just today when someone just wrote me just now and talked to me, and really, really talking to people, it's amazing just when we communicate with each other what we can start with, that little bit of lighting that match and listening to somebody. It's so important because people don't listen to us once we're marked with that piece of chalk, no sense in talking to them anymore. So they leave you out of the dream that they might have. And that's what happens. Heidi hit it right on. You meet them where they're at, and what can we do for you? And you tell me, and then we're going to see if we can't support you in your dream, not my dream. It doesn't work. I tried that.
Very good. We've got 100 more questions for you, and plus we're going to go into what Narcan is, what Narcan does, and how Narcan saves lives. But first, we're going to take this commercial break. We'll be right back. You're listening to Rated R for Recovery and RatedRforRecovery.com.
Struggling with life's challenges? At The Next Step, we're here to guide you to a brighter tomorrow. Whether it's counseling, recovery support, or simply finding hope, we provide the tools and community to help you rise. Take the first step toward healing today. Visit thenextstep.org and discover how we can support your journey to wellness. Remember, every step forward is a step toward a better you. The Next Step, your path to hope, starts here. With offices in Fort Myers and Naples, 844-639-8371.
Have you been charged with a crime? You could face serious penalties for conviction, and it is vitally important that you have skilled legal assistance on your side during this time. Call Brian L. Edwards, Esquire, Attorney at Law today. 888-512-6254. Results matter. With a track record of success, our methods are tried and true. Mistakes happen, but we can help. Brian L. Edwards, Esquire, Attorney at Law. Visit FortMyersCriminalLawFirm.com or call 888-512-6254.
Not everyone has the luck of the Irish. If a friend or family member is in trouble, call Shamrock Bell Bonds. Put our number into your phone, 239-332-2245, 239-332-2245, or go online at gobailmeout.com. Shamrock Bell Bonds provides fast, reliable service. Shamrock Bell Bonds, 1528 Broadway, downtown Fort Myers. Look for the Shamrock, and maybe luck will be on your side.
Hello, I'm Michael Manzi, owner of JCI Solutions, 239-672-2673. When starting this company 3 years ago, I had no clue that we would grow to what we have become. There is one thing I can say that we have done from the beginning is take pride in our work, making sure every customer we do work for is satisfied from beginning to end. Offering residential painting all the way to commercial painting with jobs done in a timely manner, with highly skilled professionals giving you top-of-the-line work. To help you create your new look, call JCI Solutions, 239-672-2673.
Struggling with addiction? You're not alone. At Phoenix House Project, we believe in second chances and brighter tomorrows. Our proven programs offer support, hope, and tools to rebuild your life. With expert care and a community that understands, transformation starts here. It's time to rise, reclaim your life, and become the best version of yourself. Visit phoenixhouseproject.squarespace.com today or call 239-244-7876. The journey to recovery begins with sober living. Phoenix House Project, where hope takes flight.
Kimmy's Recovery Zone, where hope meets action. We're here to guide the journey from treatment to thriving, healthy living. With peer support, public education, and vital resources like housing, employment, and Narcan training, we're building stronger communities. Ready to make an impact? Together, we're creating a network of recovery, resilience, and renewed lives. Kimmy's Recovery Zone, your hub for healing and hope. Visit us online today at kimmysrecoveryzone.org. It's not how we survive, it's how we thrive.
Join us for connection, encouragement, and real transformation. At Celebrate Recovery at Grace Church, we celebrate God's healing power through the 12 steps of recovery and the life-changing principles found in the Beatitudes. Whether you're overcoming a hurt, habit, or hang-up, Celebrate Recovery offers a safe and supportive community where you can grow, heal, and thrive. Add to your recovery because you're not alone, and healing is possible. Monday, Wednesday, Friday at one of the 3 Grace Church locations. Learn more at egracechurch.com/recovery.
When children have to play inside so they don't disappear.
Welcome back to Rated R for Recovery.
Welcome back to Rated R for Recovery, ratedrforrecovery.com. Please tell your friends about us. You can bring it here if you're in sober living or a felony drug court. This is a approved meeting for such, and we stream this live on YouTube, and you can go back to YouTube and look it up and see the show that, each show that we do each week. We want to try to grow this show to God's good purpose, so I have to try to stay out of it and let it happen and just go through the motions.
And like us on the Facebook.
Yep. Oh, and like us on the Facebook. Absolutely. Hear what Joy said. Like us on the Facebook. Pass us around. And for those of you out there listening, we are in need of a social media person. So if you know anybody that would like to help us with social media, because we do not do social media well. So if you know anybody that can help us with social media. By the way, we're very excited because starting in the month of April, we are partnering with Kimmy's Recovery Zone. And they are going to be, we'll have, I don't know what to call it. We'll call it Kimmy's Corner. We could call it the second segment by Kimmy's Recovery Zone. We can call it anything you want to call it. But they're going to kind of help us navigate this, and because we need all the help we can get.
Amen to that.
And you said something in the very beginning about the fact that what we do together. It's not that what I do, it's not what Joy does. We do this together. And if you're a proponent of the 12 steps of recovery, the first word in step 1 is
We,
yes. By the way, studio audience, make some noise so the people at home know you're here. Very good.
okay, and now be quiet.
So I have a question for both of you. I don't know whoever wants to answer it. What's the difference between, pardon my ignorance too, what is the difference between a peer specialist and just one addict talking with another addict? Like if I need help, let's say I'm struggling and I need help, I know Joy's got, or I know you have 24 years, 30 years of recovery, and I come to you and ask you for help. What's the difference between going to the person in recovery and asking for help as opposed to a peer specialist?
We have had professional training.
Okay.
How do
All
you
right.
get this professional training? Like what is it? Are
you
there
can
college
get it through
courses?
Kimmy's Recovery Zone.
Yes.
Yeah, right.
Kimmy's
So
Recovery
we actually
Zone.
have a training center. Thank you for asking.
Yeah.
So we do have a training center, and we do train peers to become certified, but there is a state exam as well.
So you're...
You have to be in recovery yourself? to be a-
Self-identify as a person in long-term recovery, yes. And
How much recovery do you have to have?
I know it was 2 years. I think they've recently changed that to 1 year. And that does include a family, but the family would have to, that family member would have had to be a direct caregiver of someone who has,
To be a family peer
had a
specialist?
mental health issue or substance use disorder, correct.
Now, does are there any other qualifications, like when I'm asked to ask a man to sponsor me, has that person, I'm said to, has that person work the steps? Does that person have a home group? Is that person doing service work? Or is that totally different?
It's totally different,
Oh,
John.
okay, yeah. Okay. I'm asking because I don't know. And we're.
There's like I mentioned before about building recovery capital, right? So there is a scale that we gauge on, where is somebody right now?
Yeah.
What goals do they want to set for themselves? There's, different things like that where we help them. There may be some long-term goals. Well, then let's talk about these short-term goals to achieve those long-term goals. There's different types of training that we've had as well, like motivational interviewing, things like that. But we don't do any clinical work.
Okay.
Clinical involved.
Okay. All right. So what's this box in front of you?
So this is Narcan.
What is Narcan for those of us at home or those in the studio audience that don't know what Narcan is?
So Narcan is a medication that reverses an overdose of opioids.
Which is
If somebody is overdosing from opioids, it reverses the overdose.
which has saved countless lives.
Countless.
Yeah. And how do you get this into the community?
So we have been gifted, it seems like a never-ending supply, thankfully, of Narcan through DCF here in the state of Florida. And so what we do is we have peer specialists that go out into the community and distribute the Narcan. We have different events. We do outreach services. One of the great things that we accomplished was we reached out to EMS, our local EMS. So we got a what they call the heat map for the county of Lee County to show where the density of overdoses were happening.
Really?
And what we did is we sent all of our peers out in pairs with the Narcan and our literature to go out and blanket those areas.
Like knock on doors or stop people on the street?
Yeah, I mean, there's businesses, people on the street, sure.
So they track the overdoses as to what neighborhoods or areas it happens the most? I think that's fascinating.
So then what we did, when our peers would go out there, they would write down the locations where they were and come back, and we entered into a computer system that we have. And what we did was we did an overlay mapping. So it covered, we could see where we covered all of those areas where the overdoses were happening, all throughout Lee County.
So, go ahead, Joy.
And just, it's not just here, take this, here, take that. It's actually got some
Targeted.
targeting behind it and a lot of thought and planning.
So let's say my neighborhood has the highest rate of overdoses. You'll go to the churches there and to the local fire station there and make sure they have enough, the local police office or satellite part, and load these people up with Narcan.
Different businesses, apartment complexes, hotels, motels, people on the street.
That's a great idea.
We just flood it.
So that's interesting. So based on my history, I've been known to frequent some of these motels at certain times, just saying. So do you go to the offices and say, here, we understand that you might have a problem here. Here's the Narcan. And are they receptive to it?
Next to that Gideon Bible,
Yeah.
a little box of Narcan.
Oh, that's a great idea.
Absolutely.
In the drawer.
Yep,
Yes.
that's what we do. Yes. And these they sell in the store for, I don't know what it is now, $50
A box?
We call them a kit, and we deliver these out, distribute these out for free. Since February 2021, when we first received Narcan, we've given out over 60,000 doses, which there's 2 doses per kit.
That's amazing. And CVS sells it for $50? Is that what it is? That's crazy. All right, so how does it work?
So, like I said, it reverses an overdose. So in each kit, there's 2 doses. On the back of the box is instructions on how to use it. Do you want me to give a little demonstration?
Yes, absolutely.
Sure.
Can you actually do it, administer it to somebody with no harmful effects? Like if you shot it up my nose, would a...
No harmful effects.
We'll try it on you.
So
On me, 'cause
I'm not a medical professional, but the information that we receive through medical professionals, we are told that it will be no harm done to anyone. If you suspect an overdose is happening, it probably is. So you want to administer the Narcan.
What are the signs of an overdose?
So if somebody is slumped over, eyes rolling back,
Barely breathing.
barely breathing.
Gray.
Go ahead.
Gray. Little pulse, maybe frothing in the
Pupils.
mouth.
Because Joy, my co-host here, you're a nurse, and you've seen this happen in places that you've worked in the past. Is that correct?
Yes, yeah. We also give Narcan to the people that are being discharged if they wish.
Very nice.
They get a box when they leave.
So if we can have a demonstration, do we have any volunteers from the audience that would like to be shot up with the Narcan?
No.
No?
No.
Is that inappropriate?
Yes.
Robert, there's a guy raising his hand. So I don't know what's appropriate and what's inappropriate. I'm just saying if somebody...
No, just talk about it. Don't.
we're not going to actually do it?
No.
No, but I can talk about
Thanks
it.
anyway,
I'll
Robert.
tell you how to use it.
Come here, John.
So how many times does a person need to be admitted? How many times it's like a nasal spray, I'm assuming.
It is a nasal spray, correct.
And when you spray it once, is it gone?
There's one dose in here, so
Okay.
you don't want to pump it. You want to just one squirt, right? So
Yeah.
what'll happen, John, is what you want to do is you want to lay the person down. You want to lift their neck, and you want to take your 2 fingers on the edge here
Yeah.
and insert it in one nasal passage. Give one shot,
Yeah.
right? So it shoots up, and it will hopefully, with one, knock the opioid off the receptor, because what's happening is the opioid has attached to the receptor in the brain, and they have stopped breathing, or shallow breathing. So obviously stopping breathing, there's brain damage that can occur, there's death that can occur unless you get the Narcan in them immediately.
It's like, so you're high, they shoot that in there, high's gone, you're done.
One nose or both? Well, we all...
One, but then what if they don't come around?
So you wait.
Yes, my next question.
What's going to happen is if somebody is with you, ask that person to call 911 right away. And there is the Good Samaritan law where it guarantees that you will not be in trouble if there's drugs around and you're there and you make the phone call. Because you were a good Samaritan and made that phone call, you will not be held criminally liable, even if the person does not survive.
How if I sold them the dope?
That's a different show.
That's different.
We're not going to go there, John.
Okay.
That's next week.
Well, I'm just saying. I'm talking about,
Bring a lawyer in here to talk about that.
Okay, very good. We had one a couple weeks ago. Well, okay, go ahead.
So, all right. So then, so you use the one. If somebody is with you, you make sure that person calls 911. If nobody is with you, please make sure you administer this and get this into their nasal passage.
And then make a phone call.
Call 911 immediately. So, and what you want to do is you want to turn them on their side and bend their knee to make kind of like a tripod so they don't roll back over because they could vomit and choke on their vomit. So you wait 2 to 3 minutes. If they still haven't been revived, then you take the other one out of the package and you use it in the opposite nasal passage.
Oh, so each of those little things is good for just one. In other words, you can't.
It's one dose.
Okay.
One dose.
All right. Now, so when did you start realizing that when you started Kimmy's Recovery Zone, there was no Narcan, right?
Yeah. No, there was. We started it basically. That was the first thing we were starting was Narcan, because Kimmy didn't have Narcan that night, and I don't know how long she was by herself, because after a certain length of time, it's too late for Narcan too. So, but we started Narcan right off the bat. When we were walking around and the office was at my house with Lance and Eileen and Megan and Heidi at
So
my
that was
house.
like one of your first ideas?
That was one of our first.
Was get the Narcan
first
out there.
thoughts. Yeah, we thought about that, putting it in the hospital system. The hospital system at that time did not want to use it.
So the hospitals did not have it at that time.
They weren't using it at that time. We knew the overdoses were bad, and we wanted to have it into the emergency rooms. And we wanted to also talk to the people that were suffering from the overdose as peers.
Sure.
Yeah,
And they
it was
weren't-
kind of expensive and it wasn't
Yeah.
easy to get.
And they weren't doing it at the time.
And they weren't handing them out.
No. Now, what we can say is 60,000 Narcans we've given out. Thank God for DCF and the state for paying for all that for all of us. And the 60,000 that we gave out, we have the school board that gets another kudos. They put it in all the schools. It's in 120 schools. And
Yeah.
Coming from my side of the fence, I'm going, holy mackerel, I can't really believe that we have to put Narcan in schools today, and our intel was telling us how bad it was, where the schools weren't getting the information we were getting, and we knew that it was bad. And if you're going to do something, and being young, you're going to do something, you're going to find out a lot of information outside your home. And that's what happened. So we thought that was good. So the information going out there now with Narcan, all right, you do once or you do one in each nostril, but we've had as many as 9 right on our property. I think we gave that one guy 9. And then there's one person that did 14 Narcan, had to do 14. And he came back.
You used 14 of those on one individual?
We didn't, but they did.
And so in normal cases, Heidi, does somebody come around with just the one nostril spray? Or is it different in every case?
It's different, but hopefully, EMS response time, I believe, is like 4 to 7 minutes. So hopefully within that time, EMS is there to
Take
provide
over.
further care.
And what changed the story, excuse me.
No, go.
What changed the story was fentanyl.
Yeah.
Fentanyl changed the whole story.
Yeah.
It used to be 1, 2, fine. Again, the one person right near and dear to my office, or our office, overdosed in the lot right next door to us, and I forget the total, but I know it was way more than 4.
And
We administered 3 doses. Then Lee County Sheriff's Department came. They administered Narcan that we had given them. And then the ambulance got there and gave him an injection and had to use the respirator.
so that was my question. When EMS shows up, they use that in an intravenous form when you say an injection?
Yeah, the ambulance did. Yeah, when they got there, they gave him a shot.
So, and then that brought the person around.
Well, he was in ICU for 10 days, I think.
And I think what you said is extremely right, because if we can think back as young people, if you're in recovery or if you have any experience with drugs and alcohol, that when I started when I was a kid, went stealing booze from my parents, and we in the neighborhood, and we'd camp out in the woods,
Yep.
and we would drink, and then we would roam the neighborhood.
Yep.
So if I started that at 12 years old, just think of what age group that our young people are being exposed to: cocaine, to fentanyl, to methamphetamines, things. It's not your father's marijuana anymore. It's like they say it's not the same.
So we started Kimmy's Kids.
What is that?
Kimmy's Kids, we have a group, they're at-risk youth. We started that 2 years ago, a little over 2 years ago. We have 2 facilitators there on Saturday. Jennifer Brady is one of the facilitators. She's been there since the inception. She is phenomenal. These kids love her. And so it was an hour program on Saturdays. The kids love it so much they asked to extend it to 2 hours. So we compromised at an hour and a half. And but what teenagers are asking to extend a program, right? So they really love it. And so then we started.
What is it?
What they do? It's peer-to-peer support for the youth themselves. So it's the facilitators really like provoke thought and kind of guide it along and allow it to be their group for the youth, peer-to-peer support for the youth. So it's positive peer influence, and I have seen incredible transformations with these kids. So then we started this, what we call Kimmy's Career Compass. So that happens once a month, and I just remembered somebody else, can I say your name? So Jan Coors actually just started as the second facilitator, so we're real happy about having her here. She's here in the audience. So she does crafts with the kids, and they do things like, you know, journal, and they want to garden and things like that. And so the Career Compass that we started, that happens monthly. Basically, it's a program to empower youth to by exploring professional pathways, because these youth they might think like, you know, I've made these choices, this is who I am, this is what my life is like, you know, a lot of times.
Isn't there anything else?
Yeah. And
what else could there be?
Exactly. And so we have professionals that come in, maybe they're in long-term recovery, maybe, you know, maybe not, but, you know, exploring what other options do I have? I mean, you know, there's professionals, whether it's a physician, a lawyer, you know.
Bail bondsman?
Yeah, bail bondsman. Like, you know, there's all kinds of opportunities out there.
Okay.
I mean, look at what we do.
Yeah.
And these kids can turn around and use their lived experience to help the next person.
It's an amazing, amazing thing. Give Kimmy some nice round of applause. I want to ask you, in lieu of time, we're running out of time right now, so we're going to have to take another break. But before we go, would you please give the audience here in the studio and the audience listening at home the contact? By the way, is all that stuff, Kimmy's Kids and all that stuff, on the website?
Yeah, you can find us on our website at www.kimmysrecoveryzone.org.
And you have you're on the Facebook as well.
All social media platforms.
Very good, very good. Ladies and gentlemen, give them a nice round of applause. That was awesome. And the good part about it is they're going to be part of Rated R for Recovery, and we'll be seeing a lot of Kimmy's as we move forward. We're going to take a break, and when we come back, we've got Steve and Michael Mangione, Chuck Mangione's illegitimate children, playing for us right here in the studio. You're listening to Rated R for Recovery at RatedRforRecovery.com.
Struggling with life's challenges? At The Next Step, we're here to guide you to a brighter tomorrow. Whether it's counseling, recovery support, or simply finding hope, we provide the tools and community to help you rise. Take the first step toward healing today. Visit thenextstep.org and discover how we can support your journey to wellness. Remember, every step forward is a step toward a better you. The Next Step, your path to hope, starts here. With offices in Fort Myers and Naples, 844-639-8371.
Have you been charged with a crime? You could face serious penalties for conviction, and it is vitally important that you have skilled legal assistance on your side during this time. Call Brian L. Edwards, Esquire, attorney at law today. 888-512-6254. Results matter. With a track record of success, our methods are tried and true. Mistakes happen, but we can help. Brian L. Edwards, Esquire, attorney at law. Visit FortMyersCriminalLawFirm.com or call 888-512-6254.
Not everyone has the luck of the Irish. If a friend or family member is in trouble, call Shamrock Bail Bonds. Put our number into your phone, 239-332-2245, 239-332-2245, or go online at gobailmeout.com. Shamrock Bail Bonds provides fast, reliable service. Shamrock Bail Bonds, 1528 Broadway, downtown Fort Myers. Look for the Shamrock, and maybe luck will be on your side.
Hello, I'm Michael Manzi, owner of JCI Solutions, 239-672-2673. When starting this company 3 years ago, I had no clue that we would grow to what we have become. There is one thing I can say that we have done from the beginning is take pride in our work, making sure every customer we do work for is satisfied from beginning to end. Offering residential painting all the way to commercial painting with jobs done in a timely manner, with highly skilled professionals giving you top-of-the-line work. To help you create your new look, call JCI Solutions, 239-672-2673.
Struggling with addiction? You're not alone. At Phoenix House Project, we believe in second chances and brighter tomorrows. Our proven programs offer support, hope, and tools to rebuild your life. With expert care and a community that understands, transformation starts here. It's time to rise, reclaim your life, and become the best version of yourself. Visit phoenixhouseproject.squarespace.com today or call 239-244-7876. The journey to recovery begins with sober living. Phoenix House Project, where hope takes flight.
Kimmy's Recovery Zone, where hope meets action. We're here to guide the journey from treatment to thriving, healthy living. With peer support, public education, and vital resources like housing, employment, and Narcan training, we're building stronger communities. Ready to make an impact? Together, we're creating a network of recovery, resilience, and renewed lives. Kimmy's Recovery Zone, your hub for healing and hope. Visit us online today at kimmysrecoveryzone.org. It's not how we survive, it's how we thrive.
Join us for connection, encouragement, and real transformation. At Celebrate Recovery at Grace Church, we celebrate God's healing power through the 12 steps of recovery and the life-changing principles found in the Beatitudes. Whether you're overcoming a hurt, habit, or hang-up, Celebrate Recovery offers a safe and supportive community where you can grow, heal, and thrive. Add to your recovery because you're not alone, and healing is possible. Monday, Wednesday,
Yes, they are.
Friday at one of the 3 Grace Church locations. Learn more at egracechurch.com/recovery.
When children have to play inside so they don't disappear.
Welcome back to Rated R.
Welcome back, everybody. Rated R for Recovery, ratedrforrecovery.com. What do we have to look forward to next week? Well, we have our friend in recovery, Todd L., will be sharing his experience, strength, and hope. Brendan O'Neill, who is the owner of Shamrock Bail Bonds, and international recording artist Frankie White, all right here in this room next Thursday night. Now, Al, you had something called, you wanted to talk about Black Balloon Day.
Today is Black Balloon Day, basically, and you'll see it on Facebook. Have anybody seen it or know it? It's Black Balloon Day today, and that's in remembrance of all the people that we have lost over the time. So what I'd like to do now is just say, could we just have a moment of silence and say a little prayer for all the people that we lost, and keep them in our minds. Dear God in heaven, please shine down on this community and take the pain away from the loss of our loved ones. And please do not let this continue. I ask you, dear Lord, to give us all the strength, kindness, and love that we can share with our friends and our neighbors and our community to stop this devastating disease. Praise the Lord. Amen.
So each week at Rated R for Recovery, our third segment of this show is music. And these two gentlemen I have known since they've had hair and long hair. And we're in a band, I don't know how long you've lived in this area, but there was a band called Tattooed Love Child years and years ago in Fort Myers. And these were the two founders of Tattooed Love Child, as I recall. And that's when I came across them when I was running a little bar downtown. But we've morphed down to now, and tell us a little bit about what you're going to be doing and what you do musically and how people at home can hear your music.
Yeah, well, we just recorded an album last year called Live and Let Go. It's available on all streaming platforms, Apple Music, Spotify, YouTube, all that. You can reach us there right now. We're just marketing on that.
And what are you going to do for us now?
We're going to do the first song. Save Me is the first title track of the album.
The first song and the last song. Okay, and if they look alike, that's because they're twins, okay? Steve and Michael, give them a nice round of applause.
All right. Save Me. Save me. Save me. You have eyes like an angel, I know. Hypnotize, paralyze me, and I feel like a lost soul trying to find my way back home. Save me. Some things are better left unsaid, I know. The truth is that you terrify me. You look away and I don't know, do you really care for me at all? Gotta believe in something. You gotta believe. Baby, tonight you're gonna save me. Gotta believe in something. You gotta believe. Maybe tonight you're gonna save me. Yeah. Save me. You have eyes like an angel, I know. They hypnotize, paralyze me, and I feel like a lost soul trying to find my way. Gotta believe in something. You gotta believe. Maybe tonight you're gonna save me. Gotta believe in something. You gotta believe. Maybe tonight you're gonna save me. Maybe tonight you're gonna save me. Save me. Save me. All right. Save me. Save me.
Very nice. Give him a nice round of applause, everybody. So, good job. Good job. We've all come a long way since, when was it, 1991 when I first met you guys over at the world-famous Draft House Tavern. Anyway, so now you, once again, tell everybody how they can get your music, and then would you be kind enough to do one more song?
Yeah, we'd love to.
All right.
Yeah, you can get it on Spotify, Apple Music, iTunes, YouTube, all that stuff.
All right. Once again, the Brothers Mangione.
Altus Way is the band. Ready? Watching the water, watching the coast. Suddenly I know what I want the most, and I want to tell you. Still I hold back, and I need some time to get my life on track. I know, look on your face, there's something lucky about this place, something good coming for you and for me, something good coming, there has to be. thinking about my mama, about the kids, the way we lived, and the things we did. How she never had a chance, she never caught a break, and how we paid for our big mistakes. I know, look on your face, there's something lucky about this place, something good coming. It's over the hill, something good coming. I know it will. I'm in for the long run, wherever it goes, right in the river, wherever it goes. Now I'm an honest man, work is all I know. Take that away, I don't know where I'd go. I know, look on your face, there's something lucky about this place, something good coming for you and for me, something good coming. There has to be, yeah. Something good coming, something good coming. Thank you.
That's really good. That's really good. Next time you come on the show, we hope you'll have some CDs for sale here, and and by that time, if you're not on your world tour, that is, I just know if you make time. Ladies and gentlemen, from the bottom of our hearts, as the team, we have a tech team in the back. Let's give them a nice round of applause, led by Matt, Kenny, Kevin back there in the booth, and let's thank Kimmy's Recovery Zone. And Michael and Stephen, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Don't forget, next week we have Todd, Shamrock Bell Bonds, and Frankie White will be the entertainment. You've been listening to Rated R for Recovery, ratedrforrecovery.com. Good night.
Night.